Hi everyone. I have started on a 2-page spread in my large Dylusions journal. I gessoed the 2 pages and dried them off and then gathered up some papers that I'm going to put down. So I'm just going to put these down with fluid matte medium and dry it off, and then I'll be back and try and figure out what to do with it. Okay, everything's down and dry. I'm going to just use some Titan Buff fluid acrylic. I'm going to water it down and just kind of bring everything together here a little bit more. Just putting some out on my mat here. Oops, flyer. Still want to be able to see parts of text, and a lot of this will end up covered up somehow, some way, because as per usual I'm not sure where I'm going after this, but this really watery layer just to kind of bring the colors all together a bit more. Okay, I decided I'm going to add some modeling paste, so I have a mixed media stencil. This is one of Marta Lepkowski's stencils. If you don't know her, she's got a great YouTube channel called Marimi's Small Art, but her company is 13arts.pl. So let's put this on here. My modeling paste is super thick. I think it's starting to dry up. I'm just going to give it a little stir here and see what I can save. I don't know. Stuff is so expensive, and you just can't really count on stuff lasting very long. It's kind of sad. I like that. Maybe just a little bit here. The modeling paste is about 80% dry, and as I was drying it I thought, gee, that was dumb. I should have mixed some of the Titan Buff into the modeling paste because I don't want it this white. So that means another layer, and I'm just going to again water down the Titan Buff, and I will very gently go over top of these modeling paste spots just to tone those down to the same color as the paper. I don't want them jumping out and looking real white. I'm trying to bring that red color forward a little bit more. Really didn't need a second coat of white. Okay. Another session of drying. Won't take long. Okay, everything's dry. I have this Andy Skinner stencil called Alphabet Spaghetti by Deco Art. And I'm not real sure about this, but I have Distress Spray Stain in Barn Door, and I'm just gonna do this. It's pinker than I thought it was gonna be. Alright, well, Just kind of wanted the letters there. We can fix it. And I'll do a little down here. That's a little darker. Alright, I'm going to dry that.
So much drying.
Okay, now we're pink, and I don't like it. I really was hoping for a red that would kind of bring out the red that was in some of those papers, but they're now all covered up. So I am going to, I have transparent red iron oxide. I'm going over the whole thing with this and still just see what we get. Because why not, right? And I suppose I'm going to be picking, yeah, I'm picking that up. I thought, I cannot get these distress products and the way they work. I thought the regular distress was permanent when it was dry, and the distress oxides weren't, but obviously that's not right, because I'm losing that entire stencil I just put down with this paint, watery paint. But I do like the color better, so I guess that's something. So what I'm going to do instead, and we'll see how this works, I'm going to put this stencil back down, and I'm just going to run over it and see if we can pick some of that paint up. Well, I don't think that worked. Yeah, no, not so much. Alright. We'll just do that instead. So now it's orange instead of red, but I like the orange better. Now I can just get some spots. I don't know. We go and see. And this water is so dirty, but I guess it doesn't matter. Just dipping my fingers in the water and splashing it on. I don't know if any of those will run a little bit. Put a little bit on with the brush. A little more. You get some more runs. Runs are good. I like runs. That's going to take a while to dry. Alright, I like that better. And maybe we'll put some bona fide drips on here. Especially in these places where the texture paste is. I'm just watering that down a bit. We'll just let it do its thing. Okay, this is pretty much dry. It's a little bit sticky still up there. This is dry. It looks wet, but it's dry. It's still too red for me. I have this Tattered Angels Color Wash paint. The color is green tea. And it's just like a wash, and I'm going to put some on these spots of just kind of smushing it around and dropping it in. Get a little green everywhere. I really like this stuff. I ordered some other colors. They're not here yet. This is the only one that I've had so far, and I use it quite a bit. It's almost gone. I should have ordered another bottle of that too, because I really like this green. Goes good with the browns, goes good with golds and yellows, and this red and orange. I mean, it's really translucent, and it doesn't seem to. Normally red and green are going to make brown, and it doesn't. A little bit over here it's a little bit brown, but for the most part it keeps its green tones. So yeah, I like it. I don't know what those light spots are that didn't want to take the color. Okay, a little more on these. This says, in case you're interested, ideal for natural surfaces, instant results, shake before application, brush or spray. To apply, quick dry, soap and water cleanup, odorless, add water to reduce color. Test in a small area first. Multi-surface, water-based, one-step color wash. Yay, Tattered Angels. I like it. Go and dry it off. Okay, went through my stash. I needed focal points. And this was the cover of a Life magazine from February 1922. So I just I found the cover image on the New York Digital Library archives, downloaded it, and just printed it out on my inkjet printer. So I think color-wise it goes really good. This was just a white background, and I colored it with the color wash, the green tea color wash, and then used my Inktense pencils in, let's see, what did I use? Tangerine and chili red, just to kind of match into the background a little bit. And then I just used a black Posca pen and went around the letters to have them stand out. And for some reason I'm really shaky this morning, and my lines are shaky, but you know what, I kind of like it. Now, I don't like the shakiness, I don't know where that's coming from, but I like it on that. So just not quite perfect, and I don't know, life is a little shaky right now for all of us, so I think it was just kind of apropos that my lines came out shaky. So I'm just going to glue these down, and I'm going to call this done. And I will have some close-up stills at the end. So thanks for joining me. I hope everyone is taking precautions to keep themselves safe and healthy and sane before this is all over. I think we're all going to feel a little insane. I think I told you earlier that I wasn't feeling well. I have self-quarantined myself. It's gotten a little bit worse since yesterday. Ran a slight fever last night, but it's back down this morning. Worst part is the sore throat. However, my son had the exact same symptoms that I'm having right now 4 days ago, and he is completely healthy and feeling all better. So I think we were together over the weekend at the twins' birthday party in Cincinnati. So either we picked it up from somebody there or he picked it up somewhere and I got it from him. It doesn't really matter. We'll never know. But I'm hopeful that it was just a momentary glitchy virus cold kind of thing. And I'm hoping that in a couple days I will feel all better too. So, you know, I'm not panicking. If worst comes to worst and I have to go get tested if this doesn't clear up, then that's what I will do. And then go from there. But, you know, I'm one that I don't worry about stuff until it's time to worry about it. So, right now I'm just doing what I can to take care of myself. Trying to stay sane. Being in the house. For the first time in months, it's almost 70 degrees outside here in northern Ohio, and I'm just going to go sit on my porch and breathe some fresh air and stay away from people. So I hope that you are taking care of yourselves. Do what you can to take care of the people you love. And in the meantime, go make some art. Bye.